Hello everyone, Anshul this side, and today we are going to discuss a very important and very interesting topic of combinatorics. So, as you can all see, the in topic which we are going to discuss, it is Catalan number. So today we are going to discuss three main things: what are Catalan numbers, what are the use cases of these numbers, for example for the example questions, the questions which uses these numbers, we are going to discuss these, and the implementation of nth Catalan number. So let's get started without wasting any time. So what are Catalan numbers? Catalan number is nothing but just a sequence of natural numbers. Natural numbers are the numbers from 1 to infinity. This means that these Catalan numbers consist of a numbers which are 1 to infinity. The sequence, it is a sequence, remember, and we will see this sequence in many interesting counting problems. So we are going to discuss one or two problem here itself. So first let's see what is the sequence. So uh, for n is equal to 1, it is for n is equal to, we will start from 0, it is 1. For n is equal to 1, it is 1. For n is equal to 2, it is 2. For n is equal to 3, it is 5. For n is equal to 4, it is 14. And for n is equal to 5, it is 42, and this continues till infinity. So we are not going to write all these. So this is a sequence, of Catalan number. So you all probably think what is the relation between this sequence. We are going to see this also. And first let's now discuss a problem which uses consists these Catalan number as their solution. So the statement of the problem is, you are given an pair of parentheses. See, there are like two pair of parentheses. You are given, and similarly you are given an n pair of parentheses, and you have to return the number of combinations that we can make with these n pair of parentheses. Okay, valid combination. Okay, for example, this is a valid combination, but this is a not. Okay, so for n is equal to 2, for n is equal to 2, let's see what are the possible combinations there are. First is we have made it that this is the possible combination, so I'm not going to write it again. And second is, when we put one parenthesis inside one pair of parentheses, these are the only two possible valid sequence possible for the two pair of parentheses. For n is equal to 3, let's now discuss for 3, and you will understand what I am going to talk about in few minutes. For n is equal to 3, the first pair is when we write all pairs separately. Second is when we put one pair in inside of another, and third is same but have some, so this is third. And fourth is put two pairs inside of one pair. And fifth is put like this. So these are the only five cases possible for n is equal to 3, for 3 pair of parentheses. Okay, so we are going to as you all can now see that this question will follow the Catalan numbers because for n is equal to 2, it is 2. For n is equal to 3, it is 5, and this is the sequence for Catalan numbers. So you have to see in a question that whether it is following the category number. It is not the rule that when n is equal to 2 it is 2 and n is equal to 3 it is 5, then it will follow the category number. The sequence will follow the category number. It is not a rule. It will not imply that, but in this problem the nth pair is the finding is similar to finding the nth Catalan number. So let's now discuss the what are the relation between the Catalan number. So as this is C0 is 1, let's now make that a base case. So what is C1? It is C0 into C0. Why I have written it? We will come to it in a sec. What is C2? It's C1 into C0 plus C0 into C1. What is C3? It is C2 into C0 plus C1 into C1 plus C0 into C2. So as you can all see that this number, what number? This number is decreasing and this number is increasing. So this is the relation between the previous numbers of the nth Catalan number. Let's me write a relation for n is for C0 it is 1, and for Cn it is summation of from I is equal to 0 to n minus 1 C I into C n minus I minus 1 for all n greater than 1, greater than equal to 1. This is the relation. So from this relation we are going to implement our first and the very first implementation, that is by using brute force, brute brute force. That will be a recursive implementation. Brute force, FORC. This will be a recursive implementation. We are going to use this formula only and we will implement it. So let's now go to the implementation of this. So we have given let's now make a function named Catalan, and in this function we will take nth Catalan number and we will first write a base case. For n is equal to 0, return 1, and then we will write the main case. For int I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus before that we have to make a variable before storing, and res plus is equal to Catalan of I into Catalan of n minus I minus 1. So this is our for loop, and we have to return what we have to return res. So let's now take input and we are going to run it. I less than 10. For 10 and 10 series we are going to see the 10 series. I mean there will be tail element of Catalan number, and C out Catalan I, and so let's run it and see will it work for us or not. It's building, very good. It's working, and you can see that 1 1 2 5 14 42, the series we have discussed, it is giving us the same result. So this is a very simple brute force solution. We have taken an input n in this function, and by recursively we have implement the formula that we have implement the recursive formula that we have discussed here. So next thing is we are going to discuss that what is the time complexity of this problem. So as this formula consists of recursive problem and the recursive calls which we will see, recursive calls, it will grow exponentially. It will grow exponentially, that for n minus 1 it will grow exponentially there, and for this like that. So the time complexity will also be the exponential in terms of n. So this is a very huge time complexity for a solution, and we can't solve a problem using this time complexity in some competition or any other thing. So we have to come up with other good time complexity implementation, and with luckily we have another implementation, and you all have heard of the name dynamic programming. So let's discuss what is the DP implementation of it is. What will be the DP implementation of it? So first, what is DP? DP is nothing but as in the previous solution we are calculating the results again and again. So in this again and again, so DP allows us to store the previous results and calculating the new ones with the help of the previous ones. And this the thing which I have just said, it is also known as memorization. So let's quickly discuss the DP solution. For C0, that is our base case, the answer will be 1. This is our base solution, and for C is equal to n, we are going to discuss a recurrence relation for C is equal to Cn, where n is greater than equal to 1. For C is equal to n, it will be a summation of from j is equal to 0 to j is equal to C is equal to not n, it's I, and I, sorry, my fault, I minus 1. Okay, let's see, I into Cj I Cj into C I minus j minus 1. So this will be the recurrence relation. What is the relation? That our ith Catalan number is the summation of all the j's from 0 to I minus 1, where the relation is Cj into C I minus j minus 1. J will be from 0 to I minus 1. Okay, we have to make a nested loop solution, so the our time complexity will be big of n square. And I have forgotten to discuss the state. What is the state? It is nothing but Ci denotes the ith Catalan number. Ith Catalan number. It is a very simple solution of DP. If you have known a very basic of DP, then it will be no difficult to understand this solution. So let's now this case, let's now discuss very quickly that you have given a polynomial with n sides, and we have to connect all the vertices with one another. I mean three vertices, and the all the possible combination we have to return. So this will also follow the Catalan numbers. Catalan numbers. So there are many implementations you can search in Google. And thank you. This is all from me. Hope you all have a good day, and thank you.